Hello and welcome back to Chateau de Bruges YouTube. So this week at the Chateau we've had a huge dumping of snow and it hasn't stopped yet. So it's a little bit chilly, but it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there.
We've also taken care of Curious. He is now officially ours. He has been chipped and snipped. He's being well looked after and hopefully he's going to stay with us for many years to come.
We've been really busy this week because we've been watching our own chateau on a UK TV programme called A New Life in the Sun. So we've really enjoyed watching that, and thank you to everyone who supported us and obviously been involved in the filming process. The whole journey was amazing, and it was really nice to flash back to what we were doing back then. And for some of you who would also quite want to see that, obviously it's a UK channel, might be quite difficult for some of our YouTube followers to access, we'll leave in the description how to possibly access that from wherever you are across the world.
So while Dad is still in the UK, we have continued with bedroom 4 and the decoration prep in that room.
And this week we've had another guest stay, so we've been really excited and happy to have those guys. And we've had lots of inquiries and some bookings because of our TV programme going out. So yeah, we're really happy with how that's gone.
And lastly, make sure you stay right to the end of the video because we've got a fantastic surprise for you all. Other than that, enjoy the video. Okay, so we're back in bedroom 4 for the start of the week, and with the chasing that we did last week, it means that we've got an area that we can now put a light in for this main room. Just got to wait for Dad to come back and make sure all the cables are run correctly. And we also decided to draw the bed shape onto the wall, so very, very rough, but the right kind of dimensions. And it led us to believe that that wall is probably too small to have the bed on it, because the bedside tables that we have would, if they were alongside the bed, would then come out either side into the doorways. And what we did have the option of doing is just using the bed and not having any bedside tables, but it wasn't something that we wanted. We definitely wanted to utilise these bedside tables in this room as well. So we've come to the conclusion that this side of the room is going to be better for the bed. So as you can see, I've already drawn around the bedside tables, and we've got the bed shape here as well, and the other bedside table. And we think that this wall suits having the bed on it much better. It will also have the benefit of when you're laying in bed, being able to see out of the 2 huge windows and seeing that view and looking over the unspoiled countryside as well. The only thing with that is that changes the layout of a couple of other pieces of furniture in this room as well. So lots to think about still, but we do now have a wall that we think the bed is going to go on. Yes.
So as you saw last week then, we have already sanded all of the woodwork and the walls ready for a prime coat first layer. So what I'm going to start off with doing today is painting the ceiling with its first coat of white paint.
And while Danielle's doing that, I'm going to try and get these curtain rails down because we intend to spray paint them so that they are a much, much nicer, fresher looking gold.
Yeah, fresher looking gold.
The one thing with that is that there seems to be about 1 million screws in them. So yeah, we'll see how quickly I can manage that.
Let's get going.
Can't be a very flattering angle, can it?
Go.
Well, I know at least one person that would like this angle. I won't keep that. So by now I would have shown you the shot of these curtain rail holders and just how many screws there are in it. It actually makes removing it a little bit of a waste of time. They're also really quite sturdy, obviously due to the amount of screws that are in it, so I think I'm going to be doing more harm than good taking it down. So what we've just said that we will do is we will paint the ceiling as close as we can to it with the roller, and then I'll come in with the brush and get again as close as I can, and then when we come to spray painting it, we'll just masking tape off the areas that we don't want to go gold, and we'll spray it while it's up on the ceiling. Okay. Madeline's getting a bit needy down there, isn't it?
Hello.
So, one coat of primer on the ceiling, and this wall, which is the only wall in this bedroom that is going to be painted. And then you may have seen Danielle doing a small section of all of the walls going around as well, and that's because there was going to be a picture rail going around the room. And as well as that, we've managed to paint quite a lot of ourselves as normal as well. Okay, so we're back in the granite room, bedroom 1, because we've just taken delivery of a new mattress, and this mattress is going to temporarily go onto this bed for now, just because we've got the family coming to stay next week, so we needed as many mattresses on beds as possible. In future, this mattress will be going into the gîte because it is only a double mattress, and this bed is a king-sized bed. The reason we didn't order a king mattress is just because it wouldn't have got here in time for the family to be here. So a good temporary one for now that will get used later on in the gîte. So yeah, we're going to get it unpacked, and once it's laid out, it needs 24 hours or so to fully expand before anyone can sleep on it. So yeah, let's go. So as you can see, it's a little bit misshapen where it's been rolled up for delivery and then obviously compressed to stay nice and small. But maybe in a few hours time we'll come back and we'll have another look at that, and hopefully it'll be nice and flat and it'll be nice and plumpy like all the other ones are that we've ordered. Okay, see you in a few hours.
So as you can see in bedroom 1, the mattress has now fully plumped up compared to yesterday's rolled up squishy mess. So just a very quick video to show you how much it rises, and this bed is ready to be dressed and ready for our guests next week. So it's all good. So after we did the ceiling yesterday, we are now looking to do all of the woodwork and the metal in bedroom 4. So we've got a primer that we're going to put on first, which will just help the top layer of paint to sit better and finish better. And it also saves more and more layers of a nice top coat of paint by priming it or undercoating it first. So that will be all of the skirting, all of the wood frames around the window and the metal radiators, so this room will be much whiter.
So this morning we popped out and went and collected a can of spray paint that is going to go on the curtain curtain fronts. Thank you. On the curtain fronts, and we've also utilised the copious amounts of newspaper that Grandad Bob has donated to us. So thank you very much, Grandad Bob. It's going into to good use here, as well as starting the fires downstairs. So as you can see, I've covered the first curtain front up with newspaper just to protect the areas that we've already painted. Please remember it is just an undercoat at the moment, so it's not the final finished paint, so it will have another coat of finishing paint on top as well. So hopefully the newspaper will protect it, and hopefully the curtain fronts will look much better. We hope. So shake it well before use. Eyes up here, Jimmy. Ignore the facial expressions. Okay. Shaking it well. I just got to get the lid off. Oh. 20 to 30 centimetres. Spray with lines going side to side.
Okay, so just as Jake is popping on some of the spray paint, I'm just going to show and compare the other one. And it's looking like a pretty good match. I do think it might have dulled the gold slightly, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's only because we can compare it to the old shiny gold that it looks a bit duller, but it's definitely looking a lot more even in terms of the cracks and other bits that have worn off over time. So very happy with how that's gone so far. I think we may or may not try a shinier gold. Yeah, we might just keep going until we've got the perfect colour match, but for now this is good.
I can imagine quite a few people are already thinking it, and I'm already regretting it. I really should be wearing a mask. I've inhaled nothing but paint fumes for the last 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
5 minutes. Still feel high as a kite now though.
Okay guys, so it's question time. Being teachers or ex-teachers, me and Jake love a question. So what I'm going to ask you is, do you think you prefer the older style shinier gold, it's maybe a little bit more yellow, or do you prefer the duller, darker gold with less of a shine? We're a little bit unsure at the minute, so please leave your comments as to which one you think might look a bit better in the room.
Right, so glad you agree. The one that we sprayed looks better, so we're going to newspaper this one and spray that one as well. Let's get started. Just check my hair. Is it alright? So as you can see, we've now given both of the curtain fronts a paint. We did only buy one can of spray paint just because we wanted to see if it was the colour that we wanted before we bought more than one. And we like the colour, but we are in agreement that it needs another coat just to really give it that final finish and to make it look a bit smoother. So we're going to have to go and get another can of spray paint. But yeah, that's made a really nice difference in this room, and Danielle's now thinking that a lot more of the room should be painted gold. So yeah. Okay, so later this week we've got quite a lot of my family arriving, so it's going to be a really fun week having them all here. It's most of their time's first time at the chateau, so really looking forward to getting loads of work done with them.
As well as that, we're going to be continuing work in bedroom 4 as well.
And as promised at the start of the video, we do have a surprise, and the surprise for you is that Graham is back at the chateau, which means
that the Jake is going to carry on. I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get that knocked out, and we're going to get lots of progress done. But I'm not the real surprise. The real surprise is the infamous Rachel is here.
And Archie.
And Archie.
And Archie.
Yay.
Right, other than that, we will see you next week.
Don't forget.
Oh yeah, Mum do it.
Don't forget.
From right to left. Don't forget to
like, notification, subscribe.
close enough.
Good
Close.
enough.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.